Well, welcome back to Asbury Park, New Jersey. It's Sunday morning here in Asbury on the boardwalk at our supper club. And with my co-host, Amy Broza. How are we doing so far, Amy?
I think we're doing fabulously.
I think you're kind of talked out. I think you should
I'm exhausted.
just pipe down from
I'm
here
so
on out.
sorry.
And we're joined by one of our favorite singers of all time, Chris Pinnella. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
Well,
Wow.
thanks for being here before. If they don't love you yet, they will by the time we're done with you here. So, Chris, you know, what I always want to say to you is that it's got to be really difficult to just try and make it as a male vocalist in this world when we're forced, unfortunately, to what America's Got Talent and, you know, all the rest of it. How do you make your way with the weight of that kind of going alongside you?
It's a lot to, you know, it's a lot, but you have to keep that positive momentum going. I feel like with me, it has been about, and you know this more than anyone too, it's about building on your past successes and even your failures, that, you know, when things don't work out, you're taking that and you're reworking it and you're redoing it. And with me, I've been fortunate recently to kind of have my hands in a bunch of different things. And
what? You can tell us.
I just got, I guess this past winter, or God, the past 2 years, I've been touring around Christmas time with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And that's been really cool.
People love that.
That's great.
Oh yeah, you know, the wacky lights, the wacky light show, and it's crazy.
It just screams Christmas, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, explosions going off on stage and fire, and it's captures the holiday spirit, you know. And but yeah, so I've been doing that, and which has allowed me also to start really doing my own stuff again. And yeah, like you were saying with the American Idol and all that kind of stuff, I tried it. I went out for I honestly think every single one, besides the X Factor, and they all told me no.
Why do you think?
Because
I mean, you are
It's
such a
amazing.
tremendous singer. Why do you think they would say that?
Because my story wasn't interesting enough.
Yeah.
No. I made it through that first hoop, and then you have to
Yeah.
meet with all the producers, and they ask you 50 million questions, and they want all this dirt and all this. They want to find something that they can push you to
Chris, you needed
America with.
You needed a disease.
I needed something.
You needed a disease.
I needed something. Yeah.
We need to find you a disease, then you're going to be a
Some
big
sort
star.
of jail record in your
God.
past. Or...
Isn't that the truth, though? Because it's like the Olympic Games, and I think they use that as a template.
They're crafting.
The up close and personal, so you're
Right.
emotional, and I don't blame them in a way.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, to capture that. You have the people that automatically connect now with these people because they're looking at them in a completely different way, and they're not just looking at, you know, their voice or the way they look and
But
all
it's
that
horrible,
stuff.
though. You know, you sing really great, and they love you, and they say, "So, how's your life going?" Say, "Oh, it's going pretty good. You're out."
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Any tragedies in your past?
Yeah.
No, I had
Where's
it
the
great. My
scandal?
parents were fabulous.
Did you do a
My
sex
sister-
tape? Could we have that,
No,
please?
no,
you know?
right.
Yeah, it would be like Kim Kardashian and get
Right.
that going.
Well,
Oh,
so
God.
you said doing my stuff. So what is your stuff? I mean, how are you seeing your career, and what material, what defines you?
Right now, what I'm doing is it's the genre, if you will, is it's classical crossover adult contemporary. So, which is kind of crazy, but it's in that Josh Groban, Michael Bublé vein. I've been getting that a lot lately. That I'm a mix from a lot of people that have seen my shows.
Well, there's
lately.
nothing wrong with that.
No,
Not
it's a
at all.
great compliment, but I've been getting that a lot, and I've been kind of using it to my advantage now of in promoting stuff and getting everything together. So the songs that we do are stuff from a lot of the Brill Building stuff, that throwback 60s, 70s stuff mixed in with some more contemporary tunes that we're kind of flipping on its head and putting into my voice, like what we're going to do tonight with the Carole King song.
Because I would think that the American Songbook
It's perfect.
was great news for you.
Oh yeah,
And
it
I don't
was
think,
perfect.
And I don't think people ever get tired. You know what I was thinking about the other day, and you'd appreciate this, Amy, is that certain songs, though, do get overplayed and then they go away. Like, there was never a song played more often at weddings than Unforgettable.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want. And now you would never dare do it. Or, At Last, My
Yeah.
Love Is... You can't do them anymore because they're
Also
played
been
out.
done on American Idol many times.
Yeah, but you won't hear it now because
Oh,
it's been
no,
played so
never.
many times.
Nope.
And yet there's such a wealth of material there. I remember one of my big disappointments was when VH1 first started. So the theory was that on the one hand, you're looking at rock and roll things, but VH1 was really meant for adult contemporary.
Right.
I think the first thing ever on there was Sinatra. I'm not sure about that, but I think it was a Sinatra song. It was him on a video.
Yeah.
But they bailed quickly because nobody was watching. MTV, which was the rock
took
side,
off, yeah.
and now that's gone because it's basically reality
None of those
TV.
channels exist, and it's
I was gonna-
crazy
There's
what
no music
happened to
channels.
the music channels.
Almost
There's no music
everybody,
nothing.
channels.
almost everything you see now is on YouTube.
Everything.
I mean, really.
Or
Yep.
there's separate music stations
Or there's
on
that.
cable.
What is it?
Right.
Palladium now.
Right,
That's which is
right.
a VH1 station.
See,
But
I'm lost already. That
has
didn't take
all-
long.
That's just all music still, thank
Right.
God. But it's live concerts. It's not music videos.
Yeah, because Amy and the Shirleys, we do a Carole King show.
Right.
And we do it maybe every 6 months or so. And we do Tapestry. We do the Tapestry album
yeah.
front to back, right? And what I find interesting about it is, we just had my son on the show, and we should probably talk about this with him sometime. They have no concept of albums. Everything is individual songs.
singles.
They download a single,
Yeah.
whereas I said to the audience at the Tapestry show after we were about 3 or 4 songs in, I said, "What's the next song?" And like 28 people yelled out what the next song
Right.
was because they knew.
The other thing
Yeah.
they don't have are album notes and album art, and that's a whole
Yeah.
thing that gets lost. It's a tragedy to me because there's some brilliant covers that, the covers themselves, in addition to the material, the covers themselves are just brilliant. And
Yeah.
knowing the artists that perform with these other
But
people.
everything was art. The
Yes.
whole the
Yeah.
whole thing was a piece of art in itself. And even with like what we were talking about with Carole King and everything, that album was complete. It was
And
a
you-
full album that you wanted to listen to from front to back, from end to end. It's funny too because I actually have final callbacks tomorrow for Beautiful. that
You
Carole-
do?
Yeah. To go in for a swing for her husband, for Jerry.
Okay.
And so this is kind of
Wow.
all
How are-
weirdly
That's
appropriate.
awesome.
How are
we
your
were talking-
acting chops?
Good. I
Because that
started in
role
musical
asks
theater.
for a lot.
It's mostly acting.
Yeah.
He doesn't really sing that much, but yeah, for him and for one of the Righteous Brothers.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Because that's
Which
for
makes a
those
little
who
bit
have
more
not
sense,
seen Beautiful, you really should go.
It's fantastic.
And I always worry when I see them advertising a show a lot because it makes you think, uh-oh. But I think they're pretty solid there,
It's
right?
not jukeboxy, and it's
not at all.
It's like a play with music. It really could be
I
and they
agree.
could make it into a very successful.
I was so
film.
disappointed years ago when I saw Smokey Joe's Cafe
Oh,
because it was the music of Lieber and Stoller who wrote,
Right.
all of Elvis's not all, but most
a
of
lot
his
of it,
early
yeah.
stuff, and there's really cool songs, and they were great little players too,
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, and then he wrote, and then he wrote, and then he wrote. There was no book at all,
Right.
And so now you're watching actually second or third level people trying to sound like Benny King,
Yeah.
or what, and it just didn't work.
No.
In Beautiful, when the acts come out, I don't know if any of you have seen it that are in our audience,
Mm-hmm.
but when the drifters come out, it's quick. It's like we're going to give you 30 seconds
Yeah.
of Under the Boardwalk, and
Right.
off they go,
Yeah, and you get to really see how everything happened. Like even like to set the song up. I mean, this song, "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" was the lyrics were written by her husband, but all the while there was so much going on in their personal life that all these lyrics reflected her life and his life at the time, and he ended up being having
heartbreaking.
a lot of stuff, and it was a really heartbreaking story.
And in fact, one of the things she said, Carole King said, one of the reasons she didn't want to go to the show right away is because it did hit
Was
so
too
close to
much,
home,
yep.
and she wasn't sure she could handle it. And then
Yeah.
when she went, she thought it was fabulous.
Yeah.
But it took
It's
her a
a
long
great
time.
show.
And in the world of life imitating art or whatever,
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he passed away not that long
Isn't
ago
that
either.
I know.
Yeah.
Which
So
was
let's
crazy.
not tease the audience anymore.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Pinnella.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure. Can I believe in the magic of your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning star? I wanna know that your love is a love I can be sure of. So tell me now, 'cause I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Thanks.
Chris Pinnella. Well,
Wow.
Chris, thanks for that. I'm never singing on this show again. So
Hey, no.
that ended my career
I gotta
right
go
there.
now.
So we are fortunate enough to have you here in the Supper Club. You're going to do your 10th evening here with us. You
Yeah,
sell it out
my
every
10th
time.
anniversary show.
Wow.
Very excited.
Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
not till
Not till October.
October 9th. That doesn't seem fair. Make everybody wait.
But I
you know,
do-
you should
yeah.
fire me as your piano player. I'm so used to playing that faster.
No, that was great.
I would know I was racing along there until I got what you were doing.
Oh, that was great.
No.
And
great.
on August 20th, you can see Chris. He will be headlining at the wildly popular, it says here, 54 Below in New York City with his 6-piece band performing new arrangements of classic hits like you just heard
Yep.
and
Yeah.
standards written by Pinnella and our good friend, jazz great Gary Mazzaropi of the Les Paul Trio. So that's August
excited,
20
yeah.
in New York City at 54 Below.
Yep.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
being here.
much. Yeah.